Good morning and welcome to Yarn on the Beach number 4. Today is a very foggy and misty day, but what's so cool about that is that any day that you choose to join me to watch this magnificent sunrise at the beach, we're going to see something different. The water's going to change every day, the colors change every day, the types of wildlife and what they do changes every day, and even the type of sunrise. Today it's super misty. I'm going to turn the camera around and maybe you can see some of the fog still. You should be able to see buildings over those trees and you can't see them right now. And as the sun comes up, it obviously burns off and it will get better, but it's still kind of exciting. So sit back, enjoy the sunrise with me, listen to the sounds of the waves, watch the wildlife do their thing. If you have some yarn and you want to craft with me, that would be fabulous. If you just want to enjoy the nature, that's perfectly fine as well. I'm just happy to share all of this with you. Good morning and thank you to everyone who is joining me today. I hope you have the chance to enjoy this beautiful sunrise on this magnificent beach with me today. Maybe you are going to bring your coffee or tea or a beverage of your choice and just enjoy the nature. Or if you feel like crafting with me, please pull up a chair with your yarn and let's craft through the sunrise together. Today I'm working on a continuation of the crochet on fabric. I have joined two sides to create a cocoon shrug. Kind of hard to show you here. And now I'm working on the collar up the center. That would be the armhole opening there. For those interested, I'm filling in the holes of the double crochet chain 2 of the first round, which we did crocheting right onto the fabric. Here's the right side. And I'm now filling in those holes with 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space and 1 double crochet over the double crochet. Not sure how thick I'm going to make the collar. I'm kind of going to base it on how much yarn I have. I started with a tidbit of Be So Fine yarn, which is 215 yards of fingering weight yarn, and I'm kind of curious to see how far I can get with that. If it doesn't make sense and I need to dip into a second one, I will, but kind of curious to see how far I can get with the one first. Good morning, thank you for joining me. Anybody joining now? It's really foggy here today, but doesn't mean the sunrise still isn't beautiful. So glad you could take time out of your day to join me. Hi Linda, thanks for watching. Glad you could enjoy the beach sunrise with me today. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm starting to see comments now. And forgive me if I didn't see your comments earlier between watching the view and watching my yarn. Don't always see them. I promise I will respond to anything I see when this is broadcast, when it's no longer live. But I will do my best to respond here in the live streaming as well. So good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining. The water's so calm today. I hope that means we'll see some dolphin. Oh, Linda, I bet that was beautiful living near the Delaware shore. Hi, Pamela. Yes, it is absolutely beautiful here today. Very calm and serene. Good morning, Miss Detroit. Thank you for joining me. Pamela, that sounds lovely to go sit by the water in North Carolina. I love sitting by the water no matter where I'm at. Hi, Elizabeth from New Jersey. Thanks for watching. I am doing a continuation of crocheting on fabric, which I started last week. This was a 55-inch square Redbubble scarf, which is a sheer chiffon scarf that is made with my artwork on the print. And I joined it on I crocheted around the entire perimeter of it, and then I closed up 2 sides to create a cocoon shrug. It's kind of hard to show on this angle, but there's armholes in it, and now I'm crocheting around the edge of the collar, the piece that goes around your body. So that's what I'm working on now, and I'm just going to make the collar as large as I can with the amount of yarn that I have. I'm using Be So Fine Tidbits, which is about 215 yards of fingering weight yarn. I'm using a 2mm crochet hook, mostly because that tip was so sharp that I was able to pierce the fabric easily with this fine chiffon fabric to eliminate the step of having to sew a stitch on first. I was able to directly crochet on the fabric. Mariana, thank you for joining me. Thank you. And so now I'm going to make the collar and hopefully start wearing it. I'm so excited. It's absolutely beautiful on. It's going to be part of one of my new books. Book 14. Actually, this is very exciting. Elizabeth, good morning. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm so glad you could join this morning. It's getting warm. Take this off. Book 14. Thank you. This is really a beautiful scarf. I love the colors together. This is a free pattern on my website and a video tutorial. It's knit in several colors of Be So Brave, or crocheted in several colors of Be So Brave yarn. Really long infinity loop, so you can wear it super long or doubled like I had it on. Oh, for anybody interested in a really quick hat project, I posted a video last night and the free pattern is on my website for a knit basket weave hat in rows and rounds. And I specifically remember when I was a beginner and only liking hats in rows and so intimidated to make them in rounds. And then when I started making them in rounds, I never went back. So I thought it would be really interesting to not only write the pattern both ways, but do one video showing both ways side by side to encourage anybody at any level to try something new. So if you've never made a hat, you could try the rows. And if you've made rose hats before, you could then see that it's a very short segue over to rounds. Good morning, Grace. I am in Southwest Florida in a city called Naples, and this beach is called Vanderbilt Beach, and we're facing the Gulf of Mexico. Our beach is west facing, so we see spectacular sunsets over the water, and this morning we're watching the sunrise come up over the water from the east side behind us. For all my fellow nature-loving fans, the longer we do this series of Yarn on the Beach, I think you're going to really love how different the water and the beach looks every day. What time is it there? It's around 8 o'clock in the morning. We're Eastern time. And I missed a really long comment just now. I'm so sorry. If it shows up when the video goes, when, what do you call that? It's live broadcast now, so when it shows up as a recorded video later today, I will try to respond to any comments that I see. Living with Wolves. I'm so glad that as an absolute beginner you think that I make things look doable. That is absolutely my goal. I like to encourage people to take things one step at a time, and honestly, there's nothing you can't do if you really have an open mind and just take things one step at a time. It is the best advice you can give anybody for anything. Baby steps, one step at a time. That's all there really is. Oh, and knowing what your learning style is. As a teacher, I find it so interesting to teach in multiple ways because everybody learns in multiple ways. Whether you like to read something first, or see something, or hear something, or do something, it's so fascinating that we all have our strengths and weaknesses Oh, hi Shirley. Oh, you're in Australia. Oh, no wonder I missed your comment. You're going to bed. That didn't make sense. I meant no wonder you're going to bed. You're in Australia, and I'm sorry I missed your comment. I'm making a cocoon shrug right now where I'm crocheting on the fabric of this beautiful 55-inch square chiffon scarf and turning it into a cocoon shrug that you can wear and crocheting an edge around the collar now. It will be a project in one of my upcoming books. Oh, which brings me back to my update I was saying. Book 14 is done with the first round of edits. Hi from Turkey, thank you for watching. The samples are on their way back to me today, and then I get to do photography and layout, another couple rounds of edits, and we will be going to print. And in the meantime, I'm working on new books. I think this is part of book 15. That's how I'm calling my working titles, just calling them numbers right now. So book 14 is going into photography next. Books 15, 16 are making samples and writing patterns, and book 17 is in the brainstorming. Good morning from California. Thanks for joining. Oh, we have a friendly bird now. Good morning. He probably thinks I have food. Looks like, remember I was saying I have 215 yards? I've got a ton of yarn left. I hope he doesn't want to eat my toes, Shirley. I'm a little bit scared of birds. Oh, poor thing's picking up a cigarette butt now. So sad. Go find some fishies. There's cleanup crews at this beach all the time, which is nice. I've been part of a cleanup crew before too. And the most important thing, I think, is an old expression that I love to say when I come to the beach: always leave it better than you found it. And I always turn back as I'm leaving the beach to make sure that it looks the same condition it did before I got there. So not only do I pick up all my stuff and take all my stuff with me, but I like to fluff the sand back up so you can't even see where I was sitting or where my stuff was. I love that expression, leave it better than you found it, which I guess doesn't really apply, but I can at least leave it in the exact same state it was. Oh, well, I pick up garbage too, so maybe that is better than I found it. Now I'm sitting on it. I think the shrug will look pretty over a black dress. Jeans and a tank top for sure. Actually, jean shorts in the summer would be cute too. did another crochet on fabric project with one of these scarves for this particular book as well, and it turned out to be more like a kimono. I cut up the center and then did the crochet on the edge on the fabric and then added fringe along the bottom. It is so pretty. Good morning from Algeria. Thank you for watching. It is so pretty, and I leave it out every day. Like in part of my workspace, I have a rolling rack where I keep all of the garments for any particular book that I'm working on display, so I can see it grow as the book grows. And that's one of the pieces that I get to look at and admire every day. Oh, it's so pretty. And the way that Be So Fine yarn moves as fringe when you walk is just gorgeous. Oh, if you saw the tassel earrings last week, they're made in that same yarn. Oh, they just move so beautifully. Good morning.
Good morning.
I wonder how much the camera is picking up of the fog, because, well, if I can't see the horizon, I'm sure you can't either. Very foggy today. Deborah, I don't know. This might be his turning point, though. There's a beach parking path here, and this might be his spot that he turns around at every day, but he does it every day. Good for him. He's in really great shape for his age. Elizabeth, I'm so glad you're enjoying the sound of the waves with me. It's the best sound on earth. Well, one of the best sounds on earth. Sun's trying to pop through the fog. I would love to fall asleep to this. Yes, Shirley, I love sunrise too. I love sunset as well. I think the colors are spectacular, but there's something so energetic about sunrise. It makes me feel hopeful and excited, and somehow like together with, I feel less lonely when I'm here for sunrise. Not that I'm super lonely, but I feel less alone when I come down to the beach for sunrise. I feel connected to the earth. I feel connected to the animals. It's a really magical time of day to me. And I think it's absolutely incredible that with this little piece of technology, I can share this with you. I think this is so cool. Oh, it looks like we're almost out of time. I only have about 20-25 minutes in my morning to come down here. So I will be signing off in a couple minutes here, but I'm going to give you a chance to ask me any questions. Lubna, can you do something, an amigurumi doll? Yeah, that would be really fun. Maybe do some dolls themed around the beach. Like, I'd love to do a mermaid. That would be so fun. Yeah, I'll start thinking about that. I think some quirky, beachy amigurumi dolls would be super fun, especially with these small hooks. I think the key to really nice looking dolls is getting your stitches really, really tight. At least those are the ones that I seem to like the best. If anybody else has any comments or requests or questions, I am happy. I'm going to look at the camera for the rest of the video so that I can answer your questions. Oh gosh, this is so pretty. I'm going to flip the camera 1 second though so you can see the sun coming. Ah, you still can't see it. I really can't see it either, it's behind the mist. Ah, I said I was going to stop. Okay, well, if nobody has any other questions or... oh, absolutely, Vivian. I will definitely be showing you this project. Actually, any project that I work on the beach, I will eventually be showing you, because I'm always working on new projects and new patterns for books or my website and my YouTube tutorials. So you'll definitely see them eventually. Just at this stage, I'm working on them, so there's nothing to really teach yet. But definitely always stuff that's coming soon. Oh, thank you, Faye. I hope you have a wonderful Monday too. So excited that we got to start the week together, start the day together. I think your day can always be better if it starts with the sounds of the water and watching the sun come up. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you have any questions for me, by all means, please reach out. I'm happy to help in any way I can. Yes, Miss Detroit, smaller hooks do produce elegance, except one exception. There are certain types of lace that look fantastic with larger hooks too. Other than that, if you're doing a solid fabric, totally, I agree. Okay, so have a wonderful day. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm so happy to share this with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.